But perhaps a bit too little, too late. Tonight.
Yeah, exactly that. He took the words right out of my mouth. Too little, too late. So frustrating. Big opportunity. You started the first 3 or 4 minutes quite bright. Andy's had a half decent chance, and one individual I think gave the ball away like 3 or 4 times on the spin in midfield, and then all of a sudden after that, like, you can almost smell the anxiety both in the players and in the stadium. It's a really poor goal to concede. Like, I think 4 errors on a spin, and it's very unlike us. But I'm not sure whether that was a sort of feeling, after the Lord Mayor's show, because it was such a physical and emotional effort in the Fulham game. Obviously, I question myself. Should I have made changes? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You want the consistency of a steady 11. At the same time, there's a lot of exertion takes to win a championship game, and I just thought that 3 or 4 just didn't get their game going. I don't think it was tactical today. I just thought on an individual basis they set up well against us, got their goal, and then it became very difficult to break down. And they were potent and dangerous on the counter. They got players like Wallace, that I think is one of the best players in the division, and he's very bright and lively on that counter. So, last 15 minutes we did give it a right go, and I think that shows the spirit in one sense. But like you say, too little, too late.
Often said that when you're 2-0 down, it's easy to play well, isn't it?
It is.
The pressure's off in a way. And Dan Bentley's done wonderfully since he came here, but did you feel he should have saved the first goal?
I think he'll be disappointed, yeah. I think he's like, listen, I haven't seen it, but I almost looked away because how well he's been playing, and I don't really know what happened in terms of how it snuck over the line.
And the second's a header from a free kick, so again, and centre back goes forward, you expect him to be picked up.
That's poor defending, yeah. The individual marked outside instead of inside, and that was quite schoolboy and disappointing, really. Look, we are at risk because we can't play huge players, you know what I mean, and against a side that probably had like 5 players over 6'3", 6'4". It was never going to be easy from set pieces, but again, you shouldn't concede from that distance.
So it's clearly a setback. We've got another home game on Saturday, and other results have gone reasonably well for you tonight. You're still in 4th place.
Yeah, I think you've got to expect like this championship to throw up. Do you know what I mean? Listen, we've got no divine right to beat Millwall. They're a good side, they're a strong side. They've got 3 or 4 players that will get on our side, in my opinion. So that shows how much I think of Millwall, if you like. Obviously, they've got a good manager as well, and they'll be a side that I actually think can go on a decent run and be up there. So, like, for us, it's a case of sort of lick our wounds. I want to know why individuals weren't at their top level today, and that's really the question that I'll be trying to find out and work out over the next 2 or 3 days.
Lee, credit to Millwall, the way they set up and sort of the intensity they came at it. But were you surprised your players, they seemed to panic quite early on?
I'm not sure it was panic. I just think we weren't on our game. Like, 3 midfielders, technically some of the best midfielders in the division, Hanoa, Nagy and Brownie, and to be honest, the 3 of them must have given away more than they kept hold of in the first half, you know what I mean? And the numerical advantage was not in the correct areas for us, and I think that all those little domino effect led to the frustration, and then players to play almost with emotion rather than sort of brain, if you like, and rather than play smart. We tried to do more, which ended up we was everywhere the ball's just been, and it was very easy for them to get that position of strength and break off us.
Okay.
Lee, good to see Bennett on the sideline before the game, though.
Yeah, look, I thought the crowd was good. It's a hard thing. It's hard for all of us, and like, we care for him and the family an awful lot, and we wanted to put that display, if you like, of affection and love for the family on, and I think, like I said, at Fulham, I thought both sets of fans showed their class.
Is he hanging around for a bit, or is he going straight to Stoke? Or back to Stoke?
No, he's going to rehab in London with his family, which is the right thing to do in that sort of short to medium term.
Just Corey Smith, he wasn't in the squad today. Has he picked up a knock?
Nah, he's all right. That was a tough one, but like when I looked at it, I weren't sure. Like my sports science are telling me that maybe Famara can't make the 90, and Pereira, Hunt obviously hasn't had a run of games. I knew I could move Brownie inside as a midfielder. They're massive, so we almost needed a tall striker if we was winning the game to be able to defend it in Marley Watkins. And then obviously Casey Palmer's the one that can unlock a door. So like sometimes, like I say, the bench is often very differently picked to the starting 11 and is almost horses for courses against the potential scenarios that might happen. But again, you've got Smodic, Bailey Wright, Corey Smith chomping at the bit, and I feel like they should be playing. Roger